What's up, y'all? Your boy Creepy Nerds rule the world here for another NRW What's in the Box. So if y'all been peeping the vlogs, I've been hitting up local stores in my area. I live in the great state of Northern Virginia, and I'm not too far from Maryland and DC. And yeah, I've been covering local businesses, showing support to some of the stores I frequent for gaming, sports cards, vinyl, comic books, all the things, toys. And also did it when I was down in Georgia visiting family, also in South Carolina, all that. And yeah, I've been just trying to show love, trying to show support. And as I've been doing that, I've been like, man, let me get back into some retro gaming, y'all. We got the Checkpoint squad with Web Style Brian Saff. They talk about gaming all the time, and producing on the other end of that, man, it's been like, man, really want to jump back into games because games kind of take my mind off things. And I still have a lot of my old school games over to my left over here that you can't see off camera. I have all of my old systems, my Nintendo 64, GameCube, NES, Sega Master System, Sega Genesis, Xbox, Super Nintendo, Sega Dreamcast, PS1. That's like all over here. This is my old school station over here. And I even have a CRT that it's all plugged into, one of the old, flat screen box TVs. So it can be played in its old school fashion way, traditional style. And like in my theater, I have like the Xbox One, PlayStation, Switch, all of that for all the modern gaming. So yeah, man, I'm a gamer, y'all. And as I was out there doing it, and you might see already on the channel when I was at Super Bit Video Games, I was like, you know what? I'm playing on my old school systems, but also, I'm worried a little bit about the longevity. And why not put like one of these systems that you're about to see in one of my guest rooms here at Strange Manor. So I picked this up, y'all. This Retron 3-in-1 retro gaming console that can play NES games, Super Nintendo games, Super Famicom, Genesis, and Mega Drive games. That's your Sega Master System games, y'all. Why don't I scoop that up so we can get down to gaming in one of my guest rooms? And yeah, man, I picked it up, as you see. So let's see what's in the box. I'm going to go split camera right now. Boom, boom. There you go. We're recording on the split cam. Let's check out what's in the box, y'all. I'm going to crack this open. Super excited to just see. It's pretty straightforward. You see it on the front of the box. But let's crack this open a little bit. Let's kind of show it. Let me make sure my camera situation is all together right here. So y'all can see. Boom, boom. All right. Real cool, slick packaging. Like the black and red Chicago Bulls colors up in here. There you go. See it? Let me take this out of the plastic. Y'all can see it. Interesting. It's got like a nice, clear, somewhat see-through finish. I'm going to show it up on the main camera. Boom, boom, from Hyperkin. On the back here, you see. Let me show it on the main camera, the cyborg camera. NTSC PAL SNES. So you can like glide that over to what version you're playing to make sure it plays right. So if you're playing Super Nintendo, whether it's American or overseas games, for your Sega, you have your NTSC for Sega, and for and Nintendo. Boom, dig that. So if you put something on and you think something's acting fuzzy, maybe check the bottom of the box. Maybe you don't have it plugged in right, because I actually heard that from the gentleman when I was purchasing this at Super Big Games, that he thought something was wrong with his system, and it's only because he had it on the wrong selection on the box. So there you go. Let's take a look more at this system a little bit more. For the back, for those that are curious, those tech geeks like myself, the kind of connections. You have the red, white, yellow back there. You have the HDMI cable right there. Also, I guess the power source right there. Boom, you see all that. On the side, you have your space for your Nintendo controllers. This also plays with your older Nintendo controllers if you don't have them. Super Nintendo controllers right there. And on the other side, your Sega Genesis controllers. And as you see from here from the top, you can see which ones fit those particular games. Right here, you have your switch for Nintendo, for Genesis, for Super Nintendo, reset power. Boom, very straightforward. Very cool looking device, if I might say so myself. And then boom, you just snap those in, very old school style. I'm wondering if I'm still having a blow on it, like we used to do back in the day, to make sure they're playing right. So that's really cool. There you go. That's the system itself, the Retron 3 HD. There's other versions of this that I should have got myself a little bit more familiar first instead of just pulling the trigger so quickly. And apparently in the there's a Retron 4 where you can play your Game Boy games as well, which is pretty slick. Luckily, I still have my Game Boy Cube where I can plug in like my Game Boy games and play it there. I also still have my old school Game Boy, but it's nice to kind of have like an all-in-one encompassing system to play it all. So that's really slick. What else is in this box? We have a Hyperkin. Thank you for your purchase support all of their social handles. Shout out to Hyperkin. Also this little sticker up in here. We have this guide as well to kind of break down how to plug it all in, any additional support type information. Let's see what controllers we have in here. If I'm gonna have to go buy some controllers, I do already again have my systems, my OG systems, so I can use that from what I've been told. But I heard there was some controllers in here, so there you go. Okay, we have, I believe this is the Sega. Or am I confusing myself? The Super Nintendo. Okay, it's been a minute, y'all, since I played my system. So we have a Super Nintendo controller for that. So I can play Super Nintendo, and then Sega. I believe this is the Sega side of the house. Yep, the Sega Genesis side of the house controller. See what's under this box right here, or I guess the additional controllers. Oh, these are the connections. Okay. All right. These are all right. In this box right here, I guess is okay. I guess we're using the same controllers. Okay, so I guess another Super Nintendo. Okay, yeah, converter for the Super Nintendo is a Super Nintendo controller, and then we have this converter so you can play the Nintendo games with the Super Nintendo controller. All right, and then I'm assuming we have the RGB 3, your yellow, red, white, and then the power source. Oh, and this is the connection for that. So you have the power utility to go with to plug it in and get the power, and you have an HDMI cable to plug it all in. All right, there you go, y'all. That's all what's in the box. We have 2 controllers, Sega Genesis controller, Sega Master System. You can use that on the same thing. Nintendo, Super Nintendo controller, your power source, your HDMI cable, and your connection cable, the red, white, yellow, as well. If you want to do that instead of the HDMI, you're ready to go. Other than games, boom. Let me go to the main camera. Other than games, you are all set to go. But if you're buying this, you should already have the games to go along with it. This is just to give you that additional accessory if you don't have your OG systems to play it all. I'm psyched to hook this up. So yeah, there you go. You might see some future videos of me playing this retro gaming system in there, so you can kind of check that out. I think I might do some retro reviews on some games, and I'll also show you all sometime. I'll do a little video of my whole little setup over here. You might be wondering what that looks like. So I'll show you all that. But I'm really hype on this, man. I wish I would have checked out the Retron 4, upgraded to like that to have the Game Boy accessories and capability there as well. Maybe down the line, I have another bedroom I could add it to, give entertainment to everybody that come visits me. But I dig it. I dig it. Shout out to Retron. Shout out to Hyperkin. Cool little purchase. This was only, I think, like $84 at Superbit Video Games here in the DC area. You can go online. You can probably find it anywhere. But I want to send a shout out to them because they had it. I was scooping up some old school games, and now I'm hyped, man. I'm ready to dig in, have some fun. So there you go, y'all. Another What's in the Box with your boy Kuya P, y'all. NRW. Stay tuned to the channel. We're going to be unboxing all the other kind of stuff, getting you reviews, talking to so many different people. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you subscribe. YouTube.com/@NerdsRuleTheWorld or YouTube.com/@NewReleaseWednesday. Make sure you also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, @TheNRW or @NewReleaseWednesday. And for me, it's the legend Kuya P. All the links in the description below. Show some love, follow, do all the things. Man, I'm ready to get gaming, y'all. This was a lot of fun, man. I'm psyched on this, ready to see this all set up, man. All right, your boy Kuya P. I'm out.